Nah. Alright. So off we go. Or else, do we have anything else that we need to do?
I don't think so.
Alright. Let's head off that way. Do you think it would be a wise idea for me to try to steal the ruby?
No.
I think I could do it.
Well, it's trying to get you to do earlier. But...
I would not suggest stealing the ruby.
Uh,
Are you proficient in stealth?
well, I'm
I mean-
proficient in sleight of hand.
I'm
Again.
proficient in stealth.
If it is a key, then I have the skeleton key, as it
Well,
were.
that's not something I knew, so
That's a master key.
The master key, what have you.
I would say let's just leave it then. We don't really need it, I guess. And let's head up.
With some careful adventures, let's do it.
And as of that orc that's appeared, I'm assuming that's that
Oh yeah,
winged one.
the winged one. Yes. That is who did that. Yes.
So they do have wings.
Oh yeah, why?
Because there's a random orc standing behind you guys that I've never seen before.
Yeah, don't worry about that. That'll be everything will be fine.
Don't look over here. Not the gorge look.
I'm gonna
The orc behind the curtain.
decast the disguise and then step back in.
How long does that last for, by the way?
Let me check real quick. I think it lasts till like illusion cast down.
I think it's an hour.
Feels like one of those all long ones.
Mage armor lasts for 8 hours, so
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it lasts for 1 hour.
whenever that goes up.
So illusionary magic still hangs true by the looks of it.
That's actually pretty interesting. So I could cast Disguise Self on Seth, and if anything sees him as some kind of monster, then they'll just see him as himself. And then we still could, proceed forward with the plan. So everybody ready to go?
Sure.
by the way, at the request of food, Althek has brought 2 sleds full of human corpses.
What?
Oh. I think we'll just not.
The people that's under the effect of this, still, you see them as various beasts that have been slain.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm not gonna
Not-
say anything about that.
What did they bring?
2 sleds full of just human corpses.
Do you think that it tastes different?
Let's find out.
I'd rather not yet. Save some food for later.
Just waste one of my rations. I'll do that.
Yes, I'm hoping I can see through this. I end up. I will. Alright. Well, I guess we'll just Do we really need to pull 2 sleds full of food?
I can carry less if you would like. It's just a rather large group.
Do you guys think we need 2 sleds of food?
I got plenty of rations for myself, so I don't think so.
I have nothing.
As you say, you have nothing. Orthak tails off one of the ohms and hands it over to you. Then tails off 2 more ohms and puts it in his pack.
Alright. So generous.
Oh boy.
Well, onward then.
I don't have anywhere to carry it with. I have no backpack, no pouch.
I'll just give you some of my rations. I have plenty.
We have
Ow.
a decapitated potato.
I will leave it somewhere. Or hand it back to Arthak if he can carry it.
Orthak carries all 3 ohms.
Sick. All right. Let's go forward now. Gotta move my trinket and my token.
If somebody could grab Matlock and...
Yeah, I got it.
Alright.
I already got to carry 2 things. Oh,
Might as well just completely group them up and... Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh wait, all four people?
Well, it's you, the puppet, Matlock, Micah.
Okay, if it's all 4 people, I was confused. I thought I need 3 people. I can get a full of problem. Actually, it's for the easier, it don't have to be.
And then there's just a random light over there.
What? Shit.
Gosh, people, keep track of your lights.
This dark ass place. Alright.
Which direction is it? Oh, sorry. I want to ask him what is in this direction over here, on the left.
The left, there was nothing.
Oh, I never went down there.
You mean on the left, like...
Over here.
The left.
I can see that it's dead ends.
Yeah.
Now that I'm over here.
So I see the 2 human people up there. So I'm going to tell JJ Abrams over here to go and send Mr. Puppetman back with note.
How far away are they? Yeah, I've got to get.
You just have to get a bit closer, but that's fine.
And he's got the note, so he just walks up over here, and I just speak through him and yell, "Hey, look over here," and hold up the note.
Oh, you say that and he holds it up. They look at him, and I'm going to roll for them to see if you guys can understand them.
They look like cannibals in their little pictures. It's like.
The first one to you at least makes gargling noises still. To the others, he sounds like he's saying, "Stop there." And the other one says, "Wait, what does it have?" And the second one takes a step closer. You understand the second one, though. Everybody does, even if you're affected by it. You rolled high enough to beat the barrier. Steps up and reads the note. Monsters meaning no home. Must be what he spoke of. Yeah, again. The other one, to some of you, sounds like... and the rest, it's just kind of like a... Yes, if it's true, we should let some of them through. But I wouldn't trust a group of this size. Yes.
Perhaps just 3 of us would be able to get through. Oh wait, that's right, I came here.
It is a very echoey place, so the one that is closer to him, the one that didn't say anything about the group size, he just said, "What does he have there?" and it must be what he spoke of. You heard those bits of it. The other one failed his check to break through the voice barrier.
I'm actually gonna try something.
You understand.
Alright, so what do I hear him say?
So, you did hear him say, at first he said, "Stop there," before the other one said, "What does he have there?" And then he said, I wouldn't trust a group of that size going to see him.
Okay.
Perhaps just a few of them.
I'm gonna try and approach slowly.
They turn their gazes towards you. The one that's closest to the puppet still has a good amount of attention on him.
I'm gonna follow you because I understand.
I'm gonna stand where I am.
I think I'm the one that can see them.
Yes, I think the only ones that still here that are having issues with it is actually half of you guys, Alton, Edward, and Silas.
Okay.
This is an excellent point for me to be drunk in. Because
Yes.
I can't communicate with anyone anymore.
Yeah, Matlock and
At this point, by the way, you have about an hour left of being like shit-faced drunk before you just go to being normal drunk.
That's okay.
So, in about an hour, you're not gonna be poisoned anymore.
I feel like at this point you should have thrown up at least once.
She's wearing a mask. Who says that she hasn't?
Also, I've had a long history of being drunk.
Damn it.
I kind
And
of.
also, yes, I have a mask full of herbs. I might have already puked.
I call down to the human people. Hello.
Give me a persuasion check again with disadvantage.
Wait a minute. Alfie is an elf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, did they realize that you're an elf?
What? Who?
The orcs.
Yes.
What? And they
One of them
didn't.
did.
They didn't do anything to you?
What do you
At
mean?
this point, you can tell that, like, orcs and elves typically don't have great history. Elves and basically every other race don't have a too great of a history. But the orcs are somewhat happy and still cautious to see that there are non-monstrous people walking about.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. That just was a little bit weird when I realized it.
Also, they don't seem to understand you. Edward, however, whenever you speak up, they seem to notice your wounds. The DC, by the way, is 17.
Weird number. Yeah. Oh, there's cat shit on the bottom of my fucking shoe.
How many of us are you willing to follow you?
I would take no more than 2.
Fuck.
I should go since seems like we already established. My turn apart is like, anyone else want to follow me?
Do we need Alton and Seth? Because if you need Seth, Alton has to go.
Yeah, that should probably go.
Yeah. Alright. Then, I guess I'll go to...
Alright. So, do you leave Seth behind then?
I mean, if Seth is going, so I have to.
I guess that's what. Is it alright if the puppet comes with us?
Give me another persuasion check. This one does not have disadvantage.
With advantage.
No.
Hey, don't need it.
Those two are small. But sure.
Sick. Kind of weird. Right.
He points up ahead. They seem to be expecting you to go first. Not gonna let Atrix happen.
I will cautiously give them some room, so as not to spook them.
I'll watch them over here.
Perhaps one of you should come with us so we don't get attacked.
They follow you from behind as soon as my computer stops being stupid.
Oh, damn it.
We'll just end up behind us.
They follow in about 10 feet behind.
Guess I'd probably ask what are their names.
They don't respond.
Will you at least tell me what your race is?
Human.
Oh,
As am I. At least, I'm supposed to be. Curse of illusion magic.
that does mean that we need to keep them away from Arthak, because he does have 2 human arms. I'm whispering this. I'm not just shouting it. On his person, he has 2 things. So, yeah.
Yeah, probably a good idea to get rid of those.
Is there anything on the right?
1 second. Again, my computer is being stupidly slow. On the right, there is a opening that leads down to something. However, they seem to shout as you start heading down that way. Keep going straight.
Well,
Let's go. Tacos. And then I'm just gonna stand and wait for them to catch up.
Because God's computer is slow.
Yeah, that.
Can the party with Artifact take a short rest?
Yeah, this is gonna take long enough for a short rest.
Okay.
Can I ask Aussie for my mirror back?
I give you the mirror.
Thank you.
Well, then interpretive dance check to try to get this across.
What is that?
Do they seem like they've caught up with you guys with how they're at right now? Because sometimes roll 20 whenever somebody's lagging like me, then you can end up off.
I
Right.
guess I'll ask which direction we go.
Continue on straight.
Well,
From what you can see in the shadows, that right there, where 2 of them are standing, that just kind of seems like a little outpost thing. With the natural
What?
coves of this,
What?
it's just kind of like a dead end.
What is
Oh.
this?
You look out ahead and you see a massive pile of bodies of various races. Humans, orcs, elves.
Wow. Mankind is terrible. What is with this pile of bodies? I'm asking them,
Monsters.
or at least the one that can
They come and they go.
Do you see these all? Do I see these all as monsters?
Yeah.
in here. Do we both see?
Sorry, that whole, you're both affected by it. Yep, they're just all monsters. My bad.
Can I make another investigation roll to try and see through it?
Yeah.
I will do the same. And Seth will do it as well.
Alright, Edward, you've rolled high enough that you realize whatever form of magic this is, no amount of studying it, unless you go up and touch something, can reveal that it's an illusion, or let you see past it.
Can I, I'm gonna ask him, can I touch the bodies? I need to check something.
Looking for a fallen comrade? Just
No,
like
just...
Well,
just
I
check something.
half expected a monster to show compassion for a moment.
We are not
I begin
monsters.
touching the bodies, and do I feel it?
They feel humanoid.
Is there like a face, a humanoid face I can do something with?
Yeah,
Or I guess, like-
the closest one you grab onto, it, as you feel along its features, you feel slight tusk, and the little bit of a pointed ear and the rugged, skin lets you know that this is an orc.
Can I like feel around until I find a human body?
You find a human body. There's quite a few of them from what you felt.
Okay, I have a theory I want to try. I'm gonna put a piece of paper over the face and try and trace it.
Alright. So you take out a piece of blood or whatever people used back then, and just kind of...
Parchment.
Yeah, well, it's parchment, but then whatever you trace it with is what I was... Did they use lead back then? What did they use?
I just have an ink pen.
Okay. You just kind of like take some ink and do the best you can to trace along the features. Give me a... Because this is how dexterous you are with your hands and stuff, and actually trying to get it right without actually seeing it, or accurately being able to tell the different features, roll me a sleight of hand.
I was gonna say I'm pressing it against the features, but okay.
Yeah, you're pressing against the features, but it's still like... whenever you don't see like the bumps or anything, unless you have like a really good like actual rubbing chalk or something like that, but it's difficult. And you pull it away, extremely human-looking face.
I'm gonna call it because like I traced one of the faces and this is what came back. And I gotta show him the paper.
As you approach them, they both take out their short swords.
Okay, I put the piece of paper at my feet and back up.
Oh yeah, give it to Seth.
Fine, I'll just give it to Seth and have him hand it over.
And then over to these two.
Just keep moving. I'm not going to fall for any sort of your tricks. He points this way.
I'll speak through Seth and tell him it's human.
They won't believe us.
Right.
You can tell that as they kind of move it, you can tell that they don't understand what you're saying through stealth. Actually, give me a persuasion check because you haven't done that yet. Yeah, they do understand what you're saying through Seth. I'm not quite sure what sort of tricks you monsters are doing now, but we ain't gonna fall for it.
This is no trick. I just want to leave. And figure out why we were brought here.
I don't believe they want to believe us.
Does mage armor glow?
Huh?
Does my mage armor make me glow?
It does not shed any sort of light, and it's just kind of like an invisible force around you.
Yeah. Alright. What is that?
You see what seems to be a massive tent. It seems to be stitched together from various beast hides. It seems rather patchwork and rather fresh, actually.
What is inside this?
Go in. He just points.
The tent in front of us, right?
Yes.
Then I will go in.
Right. Let me move you inside. I'm sure you can just move Seth inside with no issue because roll 20.
Yeah, actually. I can't move Alton in though. Oh shit. Is that a...
I am going to throw down the little side orb at this point, which I should have done a little bit sooner, but here you go.
Like I want to be a big mystery, but okay.
You want it to be a big mystery?
I do no.
And
Okay.
the I'll just
Alright.
board staring at your tokens.
Let's figure out what the fuck this guy is. What does he look like?
As you walk in, you see this massive structure of various bones. At this point, through it just simply being bones, you can see some humanoid faces in it, but also some stuff that still has some sort of ghoul or viscera on it. Still appears to be very monstrous.
Mm.
You've
I want to just talk to him.
As will I.
I don't even know what to say. What are you?
intelligent monsters.
Terrible.
We are not monsters. There's powerful illusion magic at work making us appear when we are not.
Well, persuasion, as it's the first time you're talking to him. Alright, Alton.
Hey, fuck.
There you go.
Okay. We are not monsters. We are various things. I am a halfling. He is human. And this is just a block of wood.
The
What are you?
monsters come to speak lies. I have faced many of your kinds. Though this is the first I've heard or seen of your kind resorting to this.
We just want to leave. We don't want to fight. We don't want to kill. And we just want to leave.
Monsters who wish to leave the cave. Now that is interesting.
Will
Okay,
you
just
help
a
us?
I'm gonna pull up my book of lore, and I want. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. What's your name? Character name again? I forgot.
Alton?
Alton, right? I'm gonna ask Alton, like, ask him what he sees in my hand as I hold up the book of.
What do you see in this? What do you see in his hand?
As you go to hold it up, in a... Actually, give me a dexterity save.
Jesus.
Could have used that before.
Alright, in a quick slash, without him even looking towards you, you feel a little bit of an air right where you're about to hold the book, but you joked it down to avoid it from being slashed by a sword that moved fast enough that you didn't even see it. You only instinctually joked it down.
Okay, new idea. Tell him that I'm going to pull out a book of lore, okay?
He is going to reach into his pocket, into his pouch, and pull out a book. It's just going to be a book. It will not harm you.
Come
No need to-
around so I can see.
So
He wants you to
The
walk.
throne is faced the other way, if that wasn't made clear.
Huh?
The throne is faced the other way, if that wasn't made clear.
Yeah, okay, okay. I can
Okay,
see
so-
it now.
Alright, I'm gonna slowly get closer like he's wanted me to.
And you hold up the book.
Yes, I slowly pull out the book.
You take the faces of my kin and
No.
do something as disrespectful as this and hold it up to me as a trophy.
I slowly put the book on the floor and walk away.
This is a
And
book.
as
a
you
book.
as you have moved closer and as you moved around, you see this rotting it's almost a complete clean corpse. There's just few bits of meat and muscle still attached to it. There's an eyeball in a single socket that's just looking back and forth between you, and then down to the book. It carries on what seems to be the side of the throne, almost popped up like a cane would be, is this massive greatsword.
Mm.
You... What sort of magic is this?
This is not magic. This is just a book. This entire place is filled with magic, making us see things not the way they are.
Give me a persuasion check to try to...
Wait, we can prove it. I just remembered. Like, if he touches us, he'll be able to feel to the illusion.
Do you still want me to do the persuasion check?
Yeah. Unless this is brought up before you said that.
It's probably brought up about as I say it. So I'll just try to. We can prove that nothing in this place is as it seems. Just touch the book, and I point at the book and say, just touch it. It'll feel like a book. It won't feel like flesh.
Magic that fools the senses. I've had a friend who could do that once. Touch means nothing. Various beasts, once you go to cut them clean, once you go to skin them, they feel like something else. It's all a trick of this land.
Then we can feel like normal people. Touch one of us, you will see that we are not monsters. We are what we claim that we are.
I have skinned many. I know your tricks, monsters.
Okay.
I don't know what we could do to convince him.
Perhaps if, because a monster, if it was a monster, can we ask him, okay, can a monster here know about events in the outside world?
I do not know what lies beyond the elongated ones.
Alright. How about instead of trying to convince him, we just ask him, does he know anywhere where a key would hide, or a hole? Where a key would be put, there we go. Any place where an exit would be that requires something like a key, or some kind of gemstone.
I do not know of what you speak.
How far in this place have you explored?
Not too far. We are close to where the monsters appear. We have control of it from the elongated ones.
Can you just help us get to an exit? We and another group of people can leave.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check. Persuade.
If there's truly an exit to this place, I do wish to find it.
If you help us leave, if you help us find an exit, we can help you leave. We have knowledge of how to find the key for this place, but we cannot find the key and use it without knowledge
shall send one of my men with you. If he does not return within a short amount of time, no more than 3 what could be considered days from now,
Few days.
I shall find you, and I shall make sure none of your kind is left.
Fine, we will take this person, and if he can show us a way to the exit, we will return, and we will guide you out with the key.
Our area does not lead out to any others. To
The
my
exits.
understanding, there is much more past the elongated ones, though the few glimpses that's been caught of it, that's the most people have gotten. The elongated ones are rather vicious.
Yeah, I don't know why, but you're cutting out a lot for me.
Huh?
You're cutting out a lot.
Oh. What did you just... What was the last thing that you heard while...
No, it's
I
like you
didn't
kept
hear
cutting
that
out
last
after every second.
Let's see, let's change a few things.
You're not cutting off now for some reason.
It was probably because of the voice I was using was low, and how Discord picks up sound to cut out background noise.
Jeez, push
no.
talk.
Push to talk, even with that, it has that level of you have to be exactly this loud.
Yeah, alright.
So I moved the mic a lot closer to my mouth, so this might help out. So let me know if it keeps sounding like that, and then I'll just use a normal talking voice. So, what all have you really heard from this? What all have you gathered?
He's gonna send somebody with us to find an exit, I think.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We have... Our area does not go too much further. It's past the elongated ones. The few glimpses that's managed to be caught. It seems it goes much further back in that direction.
Yeah, you're cutting out again.
It seems like... It seems like if you, go off towards the orcs, that's the way to go further. He says that there's not really any area over here that goes too much deeper than where you're at right now.
Does he have any kind of map of the area?
We do not map this land. It's... Our territory is extremely small. All we have is the hatching grounds for the monsters, and other than that,
I just want to confirm, are you human?
I am human.
Okay.
We should probably ask, maybe ask us if he knows of anyone who got past the area of chains. Because maybe that's the way to the exit.
Do you know of the area of chain?
The area of chain is the furthest that my people have even seen. We've very rarely managed to get past the rather vicious, elongated ones.
The orcs.
The creatures... These are no orcs. These creatures have long, spindly legs and arms.
I know, I've seen them too.
We will find the exit. We will go through this area of change. If you could help us a little bit with some kind of information, to have any knowledge of anything else besides the area of change that could possibly exit or an entrance of some kind.
I do not know of anything like that.
I don't think we need anything else, any other kind of information.
I do want both of you to roll me perception checks.
I'm thinking about like trying to get a little peace between these. We can move freely and neither of them kill each other. Son of a bitch.
Alright.
Why is it?
Edward, you've noticed at the hilt of his greatsword is a rather large opal.
An opal?
Yes, it's trying to think. It's a rather large, mostly white gem, though it reflects many colors.
I'm gonna ask him, that gem, did you procure it after slaying a monster?
The monsters that took this area before me, the horde, undead ones, I've procured it from them shortly after we cleansed this place.
That gem could possibly be a part of a key to get out of here.
That is an interesting thought.
I'm guessing, like, may I examine it at a distance? Not to touch it, just to look at it.
He nods, though his one eye does follow you extremely closely.
Okay, do you want me to make an Arcana check?
Yep.
Damn it.
Damn. You rolled a
At this distance and not really getting to heavily inspect it, you can't tell if it's like the other, red gem, but it is rather large and seems rather ornate on the sword. It just seems to really just be there to give it a little bit more of an extra weight when it's falling down, rather than anything else for him.
I'm asking, like, Alton, do you think you could take a look at this? Maybe you can see what I can't.
I do not know.
It's worth a shot.
I'm sure I couldn't. I'm not very good with magic.
It's worth a shot.
Can I roll a perception check to see if it looks kind of weird?
Yeah.
I got a -1 and everything else.
Alright, so, looking at it, it does appear visually, the same in shape and size as the red gem. And other than that, it is rather large and pretty and probably worth a pretty penny, but you don't gather too much more information.
It looks like it could be something, or at least has some kind of relation to the other. But now, I think it's best to find the exit and then go from there.
I think you're right. And chances are, the only way out of the hellscape is through the most difficult area. Perhaps
Yeah.
my shatter spell can help with the chains.
Perhaps. We should probably have, we should probably get these two groups to stop fighting while we find an exit. Don't you think?
I think we should first try and find the exit, because only then would they likely be able to keep from killing each other.
Okay.
Only through the promise of mutual escape, perhaps, will save their bloodlust for a moment.
I think it's worth a shot to ask him anyway. Don't you?
I'm not too sure. They seem very heavily in denial about want to accept the fact that they're not killing monsters.
Alright. Well, for now, we've got everything we need from him, I guess. So we can, I guess, just leave and go find the exit through the Path of Chains, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah, by the way, can I get my book back?
Oh, yeah.
He looks at it down on the ground and nods.
Okay, I slowly go and pick up my book and put it back in the bag.
Alright, so I guess, can we leave now?
Yes. I shall send one with you. This one... Well... If you step out of line, if you try to stab him in the back, I doubt it shall work out well for you.
Well, we have no intentions of doing so.
Alright. Well, let's head on then.